Hey, what's up? This is J-Lex, host of the J-Lex podcast. You know what it is. Let's get right into it. A couple days ago, I dropped my opinion on the whole Sean Diddy Combs situation, him leaving the country, etc., etc. I've been paying attention to a couple other things. I know there's too many rumors going on here. I'm going to wait until there's more more accurate information before I continue on reporting whether he's in Antigua, whether he's in Russia, wherever the case might be. What I want to talk about today, however, is I see some people, some YouTube, YouTube personalities out here not defending Sean Combs. They're not defending his acts, but saying that he is at the very least should be given the opportunity to have due process. And I understand that point. I'm not going to name any names, but somebody who's a pretty prominent YouTuber, content creator, talked about the fact that people fought for the right to, have due process. And I understand that. I understand the overall point that's being made there. You're absolutely right. Everybody, you are innocent until proven guilty. I know court of public opinion is different. But you, from a legal standpoint, should have the right to be innocent until there's evidence to suggest otherwise. And then you're proven guilty. I understand all of that. But there are also exceptions to the rule. Just like in science, there are always exceptions to the rule. People have known for a long time that Sean John Combs, Sean P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever you want to call him. It's not just rumors that have been out there. There's more and more videos surfacing, whether it was with Justin Bieber, whatever the case might be. You had the neighbor who said, yeah, he does weirdo stuff, on his property. I won't go for my basketball at 3 a.m. or knock on the door because there's some weird stuff going on. They're bringing in people in large buses like they're migrants or something like that. What we have to do is look at it. We'll give you the perfect example. R. Kelly, for the longest time, it was believed that he was out there dealing with underage women. Okay? There was evidence to suggest that he was dealing with underage women. But because he gave you hits, you kind of, you swept it under the rug. There's no evidence. And then the evidence came out. For those who remember early, when the civilian internet came out around 1990, so this is about 2000, 2001, those R. Kelly tapes were floating around. Granted, it wasn't like HD or anything like that, but you kind of figured, I think it's him. I'm pretty sure it's him. And then eventually, 20 plus years later, they got him and he's in prison. While I do believe in due process, because anybody can say anything about you, when it's pretty obvious something is going on, we can't defend that. I understand due process. Again, we have to make sure that there is evidence to suggest, or there's evidence to show yet, yes, this is what was going on. These rumors of Sean Combs have been around since I think I was like a senior in high school, 1999. These rumors have been around for a long, 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 long time. Now, do I personally think they went after him because, oh my gosh, they have enough evidence? They've had the evidence for years. This was nothing more than a distraction for something else that's going on. They said, we got to play this card right now because we're doing something else on the back end. But if we're going to keep it on Sean Combs, these rumors have been around for at least 15 years. At least. Same thing with Sean Carter, a.k.a. Jigga Man, a.k.a. Jay-Z. But they've been around here for a long, long, long time. Now, I know they have certain backers who support them up until a certain point. And then they just say, oh, we're going to keep our hands clean of this. Supposedly, Jay-Z is up the pike. He's the next one on the list, amongst others. But what I would say to some of these other content creators, one in particular, I'm not going to mention his name because I actually like a lot of the stuff that he does. People don't owe Sean Combs anything because he made hits. That's business. Yes, he was a very good producer. He was also a terrible record recording executive. Gypped his artists out of I don't know how many millions of dollars while he was chilling. But let's put that aside. Him being a hits maker and him being a part of the culture, him showing people how to make money. Well, I could, he screwed a lot of people, but you know what I'm saying. Him being a hits maker, him showing people, the over the top lifestyle and all that other stuff doesn't mean anything when you've done something as egregious as they are alleging. I think we all pretty much know it's the truth, but as you have to say allegedly to avoid a lawsuit, we know he's guilty. And I don't remember who it was Candace Owens or somebody else on Twitter or X who said what they're trying to do is to make sure that they hide the real evidence. Because as I mentioned in the previous short, we still haven't gotten the Epstein list yet. And that just doesn't have rappers and other entertainers on there. That has politicians. Are we going to give the same credence to politicians when eventually, whenever it is it comes out, that I didn't really know and blah, blah. No. We're going to look and we're going to say, you know what? You did this to yourself. Sean Combs did this to himself by being an alleged pervert and a pedo. We'll keep it there because of YouTube. A pedo. Sean Combs did this to himself. Let's not blame the culture because they would go out on some weekends and get drunk and listen to some fire music. That has nothing to do with anything. Sean Combs did this to himself. And I'm not going to get into the whole God thing and religion and all that other stuff. Sean Combs did this to himself. Sean Combs is an adult. He shouldn't have been out here allegedly touching people. And from one of the reports I read, he had cameras in every part of his house or his mansion or something like that. Who does that? Including the bathrooms. People who do stuff like that are trying to get something on you. He's one of those illuminated types. So that he could protect himself while he was doing pedo stuff. That's on him. I don't want to hear about the judicial system and all that other stuff. He did this on his own. And he has earned what's coming to him. Whether it's in this life or in another reality, whatever the case might be. But I'm going to say it to end this short here. We want the Epstein list. We want the Clintons. We want the Gates. We want all of it. Stop distracting us with bullshit.